No one expected it. The new image of 3E Atlas didn't just rewrite our understanding of interstellar comets. It shattered it, captured by NASA's SPHERICS telescope at the edge of Jupiter's orbit. The image showed something no scientist could explain. Instead of spewing water vapor like every textbook said it should, 3E Atlas was cloaked in a blood-red sphere of gas, a colossal shell 348,000 kilometers wide, glowing with the unmistakable signature of carbon dioxide. It was venting 70 kilograms of CO every second, while barely releasing a trace of water for weeks. NASA stayed silent. The discovery sat behind closed doors, circulating quietly among mission leads and comet specialists. Why the delay? Was the agency verifying the data, or trying to understand something that defied every known model? If this was a natural object, comet science would need to be rewritten from scratch. If it wasn't, the implications reached far beyond science. Inside NASA's data rooms, the tension was thick. SPHERICS' infrared detectors had picked up a smooth, unbroken, eerily symmetrical red sphere. No tail, no jets, no streaks of ionized gas. Every known comet in the solar system grows chaotic as it approaches the sun. Jets flare, water vapor explodes, tails stretch for millions of kilometers. But this was something else. A comet from another star, venting carbon dioxide in perfect balance. As if sculpted, not formed, official policy said data must go public within 60 days. But this was no ordinary release. This was an anomaly that made even veteran scientists hesitate. Outside NASA, rumors spread fast. Some said it was a calibration issue. Others whispered about unexplainable symmetry and non-natural formation. But no one could deny the truth. The silence was deafening when the data finally went public. The numbers were staggering. At 3.2 astronomical units, just beyond Mars, brushing Jupiter's orbit, 3E Atlas revealed a coma unlike any ever recorded. SPHERICS' instruments showed a massive carbon dioxide cloud so dense it dwarfed the nucleus itself. The gas expanded in every direction, forming a spherical shroud nearly the distance from Earth to the Moon. Not a tail, not a plume. A sphere. Carbon dioxide poured from the comet at a rate of 70 kilograms per second. That's 9, 4 times 10 molecules every second, venting into space. For water vapor, the signal barely existed, for 0.5 kilograms per second at most. That ratio alone breaks every known comet model. At this distance from the sun, water ice should dominate. It's what drives every familiar comet's brightness, its tail, its glow. But here, CO ruled completely, creating a vast, blood-red fog that hung in space like a living thing. Scientists ran the numbers again and again. Hubble's first image from July 21, 2025 had estimated the nucleus to be small, maybe 300 to 500 meters wide. That was based on visible light imaging, where the team carefully subtracted out the glare from dust and gas. But when SPHERICS scanned the same object weeks later, the data didn't match at all. The infrared brightness was off the charts, far too high for such a small body. If all that light came from the nucleus, the math pointed to a 46-kilometer-wide object, a difference of nearly 2 orders of magnitude. That's not a mistake. That's a paradox. Even stranger was the symmetry. Comets are messy, chaotic, unpredictable. Their jets blast in random directions, carving shadows and streaks across the coma. But 3E Atlas? It was perfectly smooth. Every direction looked the same. No shadows, no hot spots, no tail. Just a uniform red glow scattering sunlight evenly as if reflected from a mirror. Some models tried to make sense of it. If the coma's dust grains were extremely fine, microscopic, icy, and highly reflective, they could scatter sunlight enough to boost the brightness without needing a massive core. But that would mean 99% of the light SPHERICS saw wasn't coming from the comet itself, but from microscopic particles suspended in a flawless, mirror-like cloud. The scientists faced an impossible choice. Either 3E Atlas hides a massive unseen core, rivaling the largest comets ever discovered, or is surrounded by an impossibly dense, uniform shell of dust and gas that masks its true nature. Every calculation, every model, every simulation led to the same conclusion. Nothing about this object behaves like it should do so. What is it really? A behemoth disguised beneath its own creation? Or something far more deliberate? A structure, not a comet? For now, the question remains unanswered. At 3.2 astronomical units from the sun, 3E Atlas continues to vent carbon dioxide in a perfect, glowing sphere, rewriting everything we thought we knew about how comets and perhaps interstellar visitors, behave. No tail, no jets, no flickering trails of vapor, just a vast, blood-red sphere breathing carbon dioxide into the void. 70 kilograms per second. That's the rate. A steady exhalation of CO that refuses to fade. And yet, the one thing every comet near this distance should release water vapor is practically silent. The models break down almost instantly. Every standard equation, every textbook assumption collapses under the data. Could it be that a carbon dioxide blanket has wrapped the comet, trapping its inner ice in a deep freeze? Or maybe the water ice lies buried kilometers below the surface, insulated by an ancient layer of dust. Some propose a chemistry so alien that it defies our understanding of solar heating entirely. Each idea sounds logical, until you push it too far. The CO blanket explains the symmetry but not the total absence of water. The deep ice theory looks good on paper, but it can't explain why not even a whisper of how escapes. The alien chemistry concept feels bold, but the evidence is paper thin. And then there's the theory no one wants to discuss aloud. A structure, not a process. Avi Loeb, the same voice who once suggested Oumuamua might not have been entirely natural, raises the uncomfortable question, what if 3 Atlas is inventing gas, but maintaining it? What if that vast, perfectly spherical coma isn't a random cloud but a shell? He points to its symmetry, the flawless glow, the absence of hotspots or directional jets. Nature, he says, rarely paints perfect circles. Most astronomers dismiss it outright. They stick with the math, the chemistry, the probabilities. After all, science needs repeatable evidence, not imagination. And yet even the skeptics can't shake the unease. The geometry, the timing, the unnatural calm, all of it lingers in the back of their minds. It's not that Loeb's theory is right. It's that the data doesn't rule it out. Oumuamua's ghost haunts the debate. That first interstellar visitor bent sunlight in strange ways, accelerated without jets, and vanished leaving no dust, no answers. 3 Atlas is different, more active, more physical, but no less confusing. It glows brighter than expected, emits more CO than any known comet, and behaves as if the laws of outgassing don't apply. To columns of theories begin to form. Natural, buried ice, exotic carbon layers, ancient chemistry, unnatural, engineered shell, self-regulating sphere, unknown origin. Neither column feels comfortable. As the comet drifts closer to the sun, every observatory prepares for the next data dump. More heat means more outgassing, more chances for the truth to show itself. If it follows the physics we know, the water vapor will rise and the mystery will shrink. But if it doesn't, if the CO shell remains perfect, then something far bigger is at stake. By late August 2025, NASA confirms the raw numbers. A coma 348,000 kilometers wide, glowing in carbon dioxide, venting at 70 kilograms per second. Almost no water vapor detected. Hubble's earlier readings still hold a tiny nucleus, no more than 500 meters wide, while Spherix's light curves imply a massive object, nearly 46 kilometers across. The numbers don't agree, but both can't be wrong. No existing comet model predicts anything like this. None even comes close. The mainstream holds to caution, an extreme case, a unique chemical anomaly, a transitional interstellar body, but in back channels, off the record. Some scientists whisper that 3 Atlas might be the first interstellar object we've ever caught. Still functioning. Now, it approaches the frost line, inching closer to the inner solar system, and the whole scientific world holds its breath. Every new reading could rewrite cometary physics or reveal something that was never supposed to be found. Until then, 3 Atlas remains what it has always been, a silent question in motion, a red sphere adrift between worlds, and a reminder that, even now, at the edge of our knowledge, the universe still knows how to keep its secrets.